Hello, What Culture? My name is Simon Miller, and thanks very much for tuning in to yet another episode of Ups and Downs for SmackDown, the show where we do go through WWE's Tuesday night programs, and we give the good bits an up, and we give the bad bits a down. And I think at this stage we can actually say that yes, SmackDown is a better show than Raw, and I've got proof, I've got evidence, I've got stats, because on last week's Ups and Downs, SmackDown, it beat Raw. It got more views. And that's crazy because it never happens, much like it never happens in the real world of WWE when you look at the ratings. So it goes to show SmackDown right now is kicking Raw's ass. But, you know, is that going to continue this week or is it not? I know I'm going to be watching. Hopefully you will be too. Let's up those downs. SmackDown kicked off with The Miz, Maurice and their daughter Monroe coming out of a limo. The Miz got booed, Maurice kind of got like a mixed reaction, and Monroe got loads of cheers. This was really weird, I liked it, get to know. Randy Orton then confirmed why he's been beating Jeff Hardy's ass for the last few weeks and said, yes, I am now a heel. All of this good, all of it getting up. Now, it wasn't the most unique reveal. He just said he doesn't believe the fans respect him despite his hard work. However, he then made the quip, maybe you don't respect me because I've never competed in bingo halls or stolen 2 sweet hand gestures, and he even did that. Yeah, that's an insider reference, and it's a shot at the Young Bucks. Love stuff like that. Orton then called the fans the real legend killers, which was nice. That was a nice little spin. And then said he's going to go through every single superstar that they put on a pedestal. He's going to wipe them out, and he'll start with Jeff Hardy. Randy is so good at this heel stuff that it's definitely the right call, and this idea has legs. It could be like a reverse legend killer thing, where he goes and takes out all the people he thinks are assholes until he comes up against some huge challenge. Good work, WWE. You got me ready, you got me intrigued, and that's all I ever need. A down for what was next though, because Andrade Cien Almas defeated Rusev. Are you kidding me, WWE? Why do you hate my soul? Down. And this did seem like the start of a proper feud, which makes no sense to me, because for weeks WWE you've been telling me that Andrade is a heel, but also that Rusev is a bad guy as well. And I wanted to cheer Rusev, I wanted to get behind Rusev Day, but again, you said no, we don't want that to get any more over than it already is. As you can probably imagine, this did all come down to the respective female counterparts. Now, at the start of the match, Aiden English was nowhere to be seen, but when Lana and Vega started having a fight outside of the ring, English thought he'd come out there and try and sort it out. And that's when things went bad. Rusev got distracted by this, because of course he did. He's a wrestler within the WWE. Andrade took advantage, smashed him with a hammerlock DDT. 1, 2, 3. Rusev loses again. Also, at this stage, I realised this is like an I lost to AJ Styles reject party. They both took on the champ, they both got defeated, now they're just having little scraps with each other. There was more hoo-ha after this as well, as then Lana and English started arguing, and then Rusev barged in, and he said maybe nobody's good for Rusev. And he's probably right. Apart from me, Ruru, I'd be good for you. Hire me, and I'll be your right-hand man, and I'll make sure you never get your shoulders pinned to the mat again. Samoa Joe then ruined R-Truth of all people, and I'll be honest, I forgot that R-Truth existed. However, I love Samoa Joe. He kicked his ass here, looked great, getting up. Then Asuka beat Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. Well, no, she didn't. She actually beat the former, but she may as well have taken on the latter as well, given how much the other one kept interfering. But that was that. She just beat her. And I realised that WWE, you have taken Asuka's momentum and you've thrown it out the door, which leads me to ask, why do you hate momentum and why do you hate doors? Because of that, down, but the match was good. It's a down for the context around it because I'm upset. Shinsuke Nakamura cut a promo after this and he mocked Jeff Hardy for getting bitten by a viper. And in this crazy wrestling world we've created for ourselves, that's actually true. However, the US champ let us know that he will bite back. So I guess Nakamura and Orton are also going to feud, and how that makes sense I don't know. However, liked it. Paige walked to the ring to let us know who AJ Styles' challenger was going to be at Summerslam. She introduced the man himself, and before we got into this, AJ wanted to talk about the Evolution pay-per-view, and that's fine. I think the Evolution pay-per-view is a great idea, and I'm excited about it. But here, he said after all that had happened, he was able to look his daughter in the eye and tell her, now sweetie, you can do whatever it is you wanted to do. And that is true, but I don't think we needed this pay-per-view for you to be able to do that. You probably could have done that before all this, AJ Styles. That was really strange, maybe a little bit too on the nose, but I get what we're trying to do. Anyway, just as Paige was about to make this announcement, James Ellsworth came out instead, and I found that very enjoyable, and fair play to the man. He said he actually deserves a title shot because he's beaten AJ Styles 3 times in the past, and he has. He crossed the line though and he insulted Paige, and he really shouldn't have done that because the SmackDown GM fired him, he's gone, and then she literally kicked him out of the building. Throughout all this fracas though, Samoa Joe turned up from nowhere and he beat AJ Styles from pillar to post for grabbing a pen and signing that contract, which means yes, it is AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe at SummerSlam, and I love that. All of this gets an up. There was more too, because after this, Paige got in Joe's face and she was like, look, you are the #1 contender, but I didn't want it to go down like that. And Samoa Joe was like, well, you know what? I think the way it went down was phenomenal. Samoa Joe, you're awesome. Have my babies. Too much. Take that back. I didn't mean that. Let's talk about the next segment. Becky Lynch also beat Carmela to become the #1 contender for the Smackdowns Women's Championship. Wonderful. Up. Story here was that Becky kept going for disarmament, but the champ was too clever and she kept getting out of the way until she obviously ran out of brains, and she did get locked in the move and she tapped, and that was that. And please let Becky Lynch win at SummerSlam. It's just her time. All the fans want it. She's a babyface we all love and want to see her achieve, so let her achieve at the second biggest pay-per-view of the year. Please, WE. Please, please, please. Hashtag please. Back to the downs though, as we have to continue our 50-50 booking, as this week the New Day beat Sanity in the tag team tournament. Down. The match was fine, but the feud between these two has officially got ridiculous. One week one wins and the other week somebody else wins, and after all this the bar came out finally. They've been disappeared from TV for the last 2 weeks and they said, oh, we're going to take on the Usos next week and we're going to win, we'll win the tournament, then we'll become new SmackDown tag team champs. And don't get me wrong, I actually quite enjoy the tag teams on SmackDown at the moment, but come on, again, give one of them momentum, stop hating momentum. We finished SmackDown this week too with a skit, and the skit was bizarre, but I tell you what, got me fluttering. Up. It started with The Miz getting mad at Paige because she hadn't found him a babysitter for his child, and she was like, actually I have, and then Sin Cara popped up, and that is actually quite funny. Obviously Miz didn't want that, he wasn't down for that, so he decided he was going to go to the ring with his baby strapped to him. I don't think I've ever seen that before. He came out and ran down Daniel Bryan and also said that he can't show his baby off to the world because he started talking about Daniel Bryan and Daniel Bryan is so boring, she's fallen asleep. The Awesome One then went to show a video package promoting his new show Mr. and Mrs., but Daniel Bryan had got in there and he changed the footage, so instead it was embarrassing clips of The Miz, which can only mean that Bryan snuck into the production truck and just like changed the format. I think that's illegal, or he paid someone off. That's bribery. None of this is good. He then came out to beat up some security guards because he wanted to get his hands on The Miz. And do you know what The Miz did? He threw Monroe, he threw his child, his kid, at Daniel Bryan, and I actually went, because I'm an idiot. It turned out it was a doll, and Miz used that distraction to smash Daniel with the skull-crushing finale, and then he stood tall. That's how SmackDown ended. Honestly, it was really good. It's really well thought out. It's really well done. He also reminded everyone that he wouldn't take his child to a hole like this, and instead, if you want to see her, you're going to have to tune in to Mr. and Mrs. This was basically product placement, but product placement that tied into a story. Sorry, we've all got to applaud WWE for this. I can't because my right arm is dead, but otherwise, I'd be applauding right now. I do this. Well done. Well done. A last down though, because apparently, according to this episode of SmackDown, Team Hell No is done, and yet I didn't get any explanation, and Kane has clearly just fallen down a hole, and Daniel Bryan didn't help him out. And that's mean, hence why one last down. Honestly though, another great episode of SmackDown, and while I still do enjoy Raw, and everyone gets mad going, oh, you're too positive about Raw. Hey, I do. SmackDown, it's just great at the moment. It's a really good show. All the stories linked together, they all work. I want to see where it's going to go. Fantastic stuff. I had a great time watching. Now, don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know what you think about all of this. Like, share, and subscribe. Head over to WhatCulture.com and read out some articles, including some about SmackDown. That was too fast, slow down. And follow WhatCulture on Twitter at WhatCulture WWE. My name is Simon from WhatCulture. Thank you for watching, and I will keep seeing your asses very soon. Not like literally, like a figurative ass. That's just me way of saying I'll see you soon. I don't know why I threw asses in there. I shouldn't have done that. Shut up! Shut up! I'm gonna shut up. Goodbye.